So, one of the most infamous gang wars in LA history has just been reignited recently, and we've seen some pretty messed up videos over the last couple days of members of each side of this gang going to war with each other, popping up at each other's place of business, beatings in the street. I'm very, very, very unsurprised if this results in murders very, very soon. Now, this is very interesting because for many years, the Bloods and the Crips in LA didn't really beef. You had the Crips beefing with the Hoovers who wear orange. Bloods have got a lot of issues with different Mexican hoods, Mexican mafia, things like that. But we're now seeing a Bloods and Crip gang war be reignited, and it's two of the most famous sets in all of LA history. So this is the area here of the Inglewood family gangster Bloods, okay? It's quite a big area. They be running Inglewood. But up here on the northern border, okay, is the rolling 60s neighborhood Crips. All right. So they share a border along West Florence Avenue up here in the north. And what's really interesting is the Inglewood families, they got a border here with the 8 Tray Gangster Crips. They also got a border here with the rolling 90s Crips. There's the West Side Avenue Pyru gang in the south. Okay, allied with the Inglewood family, the Bloods, got the West Crenshaw Mafia gangster Bloods here. But what's very, very interesting is that there's a big territory here that you would have thought would have been a straight Blood hood, but now this area of town is banging straight SoFi, all right? Because this is where the SoFi Stadium is. This is where the World Cup's going on, all right? They banging stadium gang, all right? They banging neighborhood SoFi, 80,000 members, all right, on a good day. And you know what's really crazy? It's actually ironic. I went to see the World Cup the other day. I went to see the Bosnia match, and the Bosnian fans were rolling so deep. They were saying they'd never seen this much blue in Inglewood before, okay? The Bosnian fans were rolling through Inglewood, and I don't know how the locals would have felt about this, because all of the blue, the red team, the B team, they ain't seen this many people wearing blue shirts in their neighborhood. They thought it was about to be over with. It was an invasion of the Crips. But really, these are Bosnian soccer fans, all right? So, hold your horses, folks. But this actually blew a lot of people's mind. I went and actually watched this soccer game the other day, and it was lit. I really enjoyed myself, even though Bosnia got smoked, all right, by Switzerland. But anyway, as you can see, this is a very serious beef, and this north-south divide between, the rolling 60 neighborhood Crips and the Inglewood families is very, very serious. I'll give you a little bit of backstory on each of these from this infamous gang map. Also known as the CMT Boys or the Chain Gang, the Inglewood family gangster Bloods are the largest gang in Inglewood, with cliques on 77th, 80th, 92nd, and 94th and Market Street. Arbor Village Bloods, the AVB. But since they and the CPFGB are considered the same gang, you could say they have cliques on 64th, 65th, and 68th. Inglewood family gangster Bloods are often reviewed as the premier blood gang in both Inglewood and Los Angeles County, and highly disliked among most Crip gangs in LA, especially the neighborhood Crips and the BC gangs. They're allied with the NHP, the APG, and the 8 Tray Gangster Crips, since they all beef with the rolling 60s, the rolling 90s, and the 100s, and the rest of the block Crip and neighborhood Crip cards. Other feuds include with XV3, I-13, rolling 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, LCG, RAC, IVC, MAGC, HTFGC, and all the other block Crip, Avenue Crips, and neighborhood Crips and Mafia Crip gangs. Okay, some very famous individuals from these sets. Obviously, Frosty the Snowman, the real life Team Rocket, Scheme, Munchie B, Philly B, Rally B, Smiley B, White John, Lil Deuce 3400. Okay, they deep. They roll very, very deep. Now, the neighborhood Crips up the rolling 60s up here, they are very, very, very infamous. Okay, and the younger generation, also known as Score Gang. This is the largest black gang in the county by membership, and also home to the rapper Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Their hood consists of 4 different cliques: Overhill, aka Back Hood, the Avenues, Front Hood, and Dime Block. Though mostly RSC activity is based near the row of apartments, so RSC being Rolling 60 Crip, row of apartment buildings along Bringhurst Avenue, they have many enemies, the main ones being 8 Tray Gangster Crip, the VNGB, and the Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods, IFGB, and the Hoover gangs. Historically, until a decade ago, they were allied with the Rolling 40s, but they've since become rivals too. Ironically, in recent years, the 60s' main reputation in the city has been infighting amongst themselves, as several internal incidents between different cliques and individuals has led to dozens of violent incidents and homicides between members, including LA legend Nipsey Hussle himself outside of his own storefront where he got killed in 2019. Other beefs with the BPS, the HPB, the NHP, 51 TGC, 52 HGC, 73 GC, 74 HGC, 83 HGC, 99 MC, and all other Blood, Brim, Hoover, and Gangster Crip gangs. Their most famous rappers and members, of course, include Big U, Corrupt, Nipsey Hussle, Jay Stone, Pac-Man the Gunman, Conrad from the Avs, Cobby Supreme, Stewboy Blue, Brick Baby, shout out to Brick, Free Brick, Brinhurst Baby, Don Benelli, New Jack, U-Dog, and Geno 5. Okay, there's been a lot going on between these guys. So in recent days, the wars flared up once again, all right, when the Inglewood family gangster bloods, all right, put up this video. And they put up on a social media, this video of them allegedly beating the brakes off of a Roland 60s member with the caption, "First day out, belt to ass." And they would be dissing their dead member called Shady Blue. And this would be pretty vicious. I'm probably not going to be able to show you this. I'm probably going to have to blur this. So I'm going to just cue the blur. All right. Sorry that you might have to go and look this one up on your own time, because I don't think this is going to be so appropriate for YouTube. But I'm going to watch this and I'm going to let you know what happened.
You got my phone?
Yeah.
Bessie Murray gang.
We do the business, nigga.
Bessie Murray gang, nigga.
Darby Park.
Nigga. No March, nigga.
Darby gang, nigga. Fuck Shady Blue, nigga. Darby Park.
Darby Blue, nigga. Darby Blood, nigga. Oh, that Darby boy, bitch.
And we beat your bitch up, nigga. Let's go.
So that was extremely vicious, right? And during that, they were also shouting Derby Park, which is another set I'll tell you more about in a minute. But they also said, "We beat your bitch up." So I guess they beaten up the female too, which is just you know, horrendous, to be honest. Horrible attack. People saying that kick to the face while he held him in place was effed up. Said, "Welcome to gangbanging." That's Stripes right there. They're saying, "So how did you get the name Big Face Kick?" Funny story, actually. That's how it goes in the streets. People saying this is the beef is on fire. Okay. Said dudes pulled up dressed like Dean and AB. I thought this was a prison beatdown in the first few secs. They're saying, well, damn, cuz got whooped and his hair pulled. His girl got beat up too. Would have had to get the strap after this one. Saying why everybody got sweats because it's coordinated hits. So they gym. You heard of kitchen Crips? They gym Crips. So why is she crying and saying get up when 3 dudes are stomping on him? How does she not see what's going on? Bitch, call the police. Damn, run and keep running. They're saying shit crazy. They even attacked her. Oh, I didn't hear that. I just know that I heard the guy tell her to shut up and she shut up. I was like, I know that's right. But damn, my thoughts and prayers go out to her. They did say that they beat the woman up as well, which is horrible. Saying a kick to the face was serious. Saying where the F the dude's guns be at? You gangbanging with no gun. You just ask him for it. Says it looked like he got caught somewhere he was comfortable at. Says it's California. People are scared to get caught with a gun. It ain't Texas or Florida. It's crazy. Okay, they're saying this looks like the Empire Motel right off of Florence near Crenshaw. They're fearless if they fell off in there. The 60s be there in droves sometime. So here's the thing, right? It's saying the Empire Motel right off Florence near Crenshaw. So Florence is obviously the borderline, right? So they're saying that this is the motel right on this intersection, basically Florence Ave, Crenshaw Boulevard. So this is right at the border. This is the front line of this gang war, realistically. This is a gang beef, straight front line. I would not want to be anywhere near. This is a PSA to everybody out there in LA. This little stretch of land here is a no-go zone right now. Do not go here. Do not be around here. This is absolutely the last place you would want to be. Don't get caught up leaving that SoFi Stadium thinking it's sweet, having a walk down Crenshaw, trying to see a Nipsey mural. Do not go here. PSA, do not go here, okay? So, sort of during that whole, during that whole kind of, very, very vicious, back and forth or whatever you want to call it, okay, they actually did mention, Derby Park. So Derby Park is kind of the main, it says here, it's the main hangout and ground zero area for Inglewood family gangster blood members over the last 5 decades off of Arbor Vitae, formerly 92nd, and Crenshaw Boulevard. While a well-kept, scenic, and family-oriented park at face value, it overlooks the SoFi Stadium from a hill. Derby Park is notoriously known as one of the most dangerous parks in the county and on the west side, as several incidents have resulted in both rival gang members and civilians being murdered here in recent years and past decades, giving it the reputation of a place you probably should only visit if you're Inglewood family gangster blood affiliated or a non-affiliate that's from Inglewood and familiar with the area. Okay, so they got pictures from Google Maps of the park. You notice the bloods, all right? They're just straight red tarmac, all right? They even got pickleball over there. I would not want to play in this park. any time of day. And this is right by the stadium. They're saying this overlooks the SoFi Stadium, but this is not a place to be right now, okay? See the SoFi Stadium. That might be the last thing you see. Even the trees are bloods. Okay, that might be the last thing you see if you pop up over there. You want to go see a little soccer game. Do not go here. Definitely do not go here. Not the place to be right now, right? The parking for the stadium right there and the spot where you might lose your life is just over here. So people need to be very, very careful. All right, I'll be real with you. People need to be very, very careful around this whole area. Okay, it's right by the SoFi, and I'll keep it real with you. A lot of these gangbangers that you're seeing in these videos, I'm not doing any disrespect at all, but you guys need to be careful because you're causing chaos and starting a gang war right down the street from the World Cup. And if a lot of gangbangers talking about, yeah, don't play with my money. SoFi and FIFA International do not play about their money. They will lock you up for 100 years if you play with their money. So I would suggest everybody involved in this to be a little bit careful about what they're doing. So obviously, you know, when they were beating that guy up, they weren't just shouting out Derby Park, but they were also saying, you know, F Shady Blue. Now, there's a lot of different Shady Blues that have come from the Crips over the years, okay, including Lil Shady Blue. Now, according to Reddit, this is one of Nipsey Hussle's right-hand men and was mentioned to him in a lot of songs, like this 2009 song, Strapped, where he basically shouts out Shady Blue. He says, Slawson, N-word, I bet you get banged on. All right, let me go. No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to read more of this, right? I'm going to read more of this because this whole verse, low key, it kind of makes a lot of sense to what's going on with this situation. Just a message for you stupid Crips and stupid Bloods. Look, I'm not as stupid as y'all thought I was. Come through your block and let y'all talk about who cocked the slug. Slick shit, ruthless, scandalous Crip shit. What I was raised on, stunt and get your brains blown. Slawson, I bet you get banged on. That's what my dude Shady Blue got the gauge for. That's what my dude Black Sam got the Mac for. Feds front on my spot. I'm running out the back door. Right? So Shady Blue is definitely a name, you know, that is definitely historic and respected when it comes to the big Crips. But according to Reddit, okay, his name's been brought up in a lot of different situations, okay. And it says, y'all probably been wondering what happened with Lil Shady Blue and why Nipsey stopped talking about him. This is one of Nip's right-hand man. Truth of the matter is Shady's name ended up on some paperwork dealing with a murder. Nip says Shady's name in a song called Strapped, okay? So obviously they're referencing that. People saying he went to West Angles Church, used to sing in the choir with Aunt Mildred. I bet right now he was wishing he stuck to praising the Lord. Said bro turned into a straight up. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to say that in case that's offensive, but I don't even know what that means, okay? But yeah. This a serious person, okay? But there's different Shady Blues, so I don't know exactly who they was dissing, but they was dissing a Shady Blue of some sort, okay? There's also Tiny Shady Blue, aka Shady Blue 4, okay? A lot of different Shady Blues out here. This is Tiny and Infant Shady Blue. That's an ugly sight, all right? Listen, I'm not telling you anyone's an ugly sight. I'm just saying this is what's out here. This is what's going on. This is what's being posted. Now, Infant Shady Blue unfortunately died in a car crash in November 2020. This is kind of a little bit of backstory. This is Tiny Shady Blue paying tribute to Infant Shady Blue on the day after he passed away. He said, this shit crazy, B. Like you beat death 3K times, laying in that bed with them bullets in your body just to go out like that. I guess it was our time to part ways finally. You already know how we rocked. We did the unthinkable together. We stayed down through it all, being at the lowest of the low. Now we was up and having it our way. Like really no worries, B. Until we meet again. This shit bulletproof. You know how I'm going to keep that name lit. You know we had it rolling. They love the pack. 3K Amigos for life. Scan less for Shady. SIP Shady Blues. So, Tiny would also get a tattoo on his forehead the same day that said Shady Blue 5. So this is how serious they repping the Shady Blue moniker that has been passed down from kind of generation to generation, from member to member. It's a very, very, you know, it's an important piece of the history on the blue side. Now, this is the vigil for Infant with the whole gang there. So, you know, basically Shady Blue, as I said, Shady Blue 5 world, he was beloved by the members, okay? Unfortunately, Infant Shady Blue passed away in November 2020, and then Tiny Shady Blue actually passed away the following year on April 2021, and allegedly, reportedly, the Inglewood family Gangster Bloods may well have been responsible for this, okay? He actually, I believe, maybe it was after midnight, but it said he was, no, so it was actually at the end of March. Danaeus Delman Nicholas, Nichols, a 24-year-old black man, died on Wednesday, March the 31st, being shot near 110 East Palmdale Boulevard in Palmdale. And unfortunately, you know, he passed away. There's actually kind of a Reddit thread about this when it happened. And there's a lot of interesting information on there. It says, Tiny Shady Blue from Rolling 60s, allegedly killed by Inglewood families in Palmdale. Some of his tweets a few weeks before he got killed show that he knew death was around the corner. Rest in peace. Okay, so there he is, man. Rest in peace to him. He said, if I ever get chipped or die, my mama already know the 6 dudes that would have carried my casket are dead already. So he'd obviously lost a lot of friends to the streets. Said, I'm just trying to live before I die, if that makes sense. Said, if I get chipped or die, I don't even want a funeral. The people I really effed with knew what was up with me. Don't have no funeral for them fake ass people and fake tears. Just post he was with us and is no longer here. Keep it simple. Okay. And it's just so sad to see people in the streets going through such serious situations. And, you know, life is just so harsh on them that it's like, bro, don't even worry. Just keep it moving after I die. I know it's coming. It's sad to see, man. But that's the lifestyle a lot of guys are living. They're saying this dude put 5 bodies on the homies in 10 business days. Bro, a straight clown. I think they're talking about the Reddit poster who's making this post. Okay, that's that. I'm not so sure. It says, how'd they get him that effing far? They sent everybody stay in Palmdale and Lancaster because it's cheap. So murders always happen out there, but they stem from LA. So he wasn't even staying out there. He was at a hotel pimping and ran into an enemy. It says the world is so huge and dudes like him would rather stay in a bubble and get caught up like this. It's shameful. It says, and y'all see how he put in Inglewood Families K. It stands for Inglewood Families Killer, and those are the ones that killed him. They're saying that that's the 60s main enemies. Okay, the Inglewood family gangsters. People saying, was it confirmed? The guy on Reddit, people on Reddit are saying it, but look, I don't know for sure. All right, this is just what's been going around. Shady Blue 4 was a straight hitter. He knew what's coming with it when you living like that. Rest in peace. What's crazy, bro, was locked up in the same prison where his father at from 4 Deuce Gangster Crips doing life. Okay, it's really sad. So the thing is, right, when it comes to this, there was allegedly several get-backs and revenge shootings that followed, allegedly, all right? So there was a few incidents that went down, all right? And I'll just break a few of them down for you, okay? Basically, there was an incident where Inglewood Family Gangsta Blood rapper, okay, one of the most famous people from over there, Frosty the Snowman, and another member called Baby Darby, they were apparently shot at while driving in a car in Inglewood, and unfortunately, Baby Darby ended up passing away from this incident. Frosty fortunately survived, but there's been a lot of reporting around it, and a lot of... I'll show you the news report, then I'll tell you what everyone on Reddit was saying about this. But this was a double shooting in Inglewood that injured 2 people. So, okay, Great American Block Party. So let me show you what was going down with this. If I can get this clips to load up. One sec. Is this working?
Well, more breaking news at this hour, this time in Inglewood, where police are investigating a double shooting. Desmond Shaw in Sky 2, live overhead with more. Des?
Yeah, Pat, we're here at La Brea near Centinela where the shooting took place. Looks like it's Inglewood PD and LAPD investigating this right on the border of LA and Inglewood. There was a shooting here. 2 people sent to the hospital in critical condition off to a local trauma center. And you see this car that crashed. Looks like it's involved in the crash. It's unclear if the people inside were shot or if that's a suspect vehicle. We don't have any information about a suspect being in custody, but 2 people had to be transported to the hospital. Pretty serious shooting here with La Brea shut down. Pat, back to you now in the studio.
All right, thank you, Des.
So it's a serious incident happening at La Brea and Centinela Avenues, according to the Inglewood Police Department. Both victims were shot. 1 did pass away. Now, this would all kind of go around on Reddit once the news and the information about the person that passed away was revealed. A lot of people online have implied that the crew behind the shooting was the Score Gang or the Rolling 60s, kind of that young generation of the Rolling 60s. Okay. I'll just read you a little bit from this Reddit post and then you can make your own conclusions. So I don't want no one to say I'm doing nothing too hot. But they're saying this is Baby Darby from the Inglewood Family Bloods who got killed allegedly by Rolling 60 neighborhood Crips. Frosty the Snowman was shot with him. The last 2 slides are the Rolling 60s. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, I don't know anything, right? People saying RIP Darby. Darby was shot in the head. Frosty was shot in the arm. This all happened in 2021. So that's Darby. That's obviously the news that we already saw. They're saying Frosty the Snowman got on live on IG for the first time since being shot. He says he was almost paralyzed. Now, I've done a video previously where I was talking about this incident just in the midst of Frosty having that beef with Draco the Ruler on some separate shit. And I believe he posted videos in the back of the ambulance. I think he had like a G-Wagon following him. So, you know, he was definitely well protected in class. You know, definitely some interesting characters from Score Gang that just coincidentally appear to have been put. You can see the Score Gang jacket there, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna be careful what I read. People said, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. They saying, please. They're saying, dude said way too much. Now we all know. Trap Law Ross head ass. God damn it. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying no. I'm just reading. What the hell? They're saying dry snitching like a MF. All right. For real, so you snitching. They said, damn, how they even find them. Frosty experiencing this and still acting untouchable is crazy. They're saying, Score Gang, too bad the 60s at the bottom don't put out more music. I don't know about that. They said 60s was going crazy in 2021. Now they still pushing Inglewood Family Gangster K extra hard, especially now that squabble they got with them. Says, yeah, but I'll be real, all the 60 shooters that was active in the wars 2020-21, all in jail. Only like a few of them is out, to be honest. It's really dead. They not killing, nothing like that no more. Their shooters are dumb. They get caught right after they do something. That's just people. This is just speculation on Reddit. I'm not jacking that, right? They're saying this the dude from 60s saying last pick's federal, bro. Saying what you telling me for? Go tell them that. They're the ones that posted this, and they still have it up on their Instagram accounts. And they didn't they just have Darby whacked out on their Hood Day jackets like a week ago? If anything, they're telling on themselves. So, gang, you literally showed pictures that did that skit, brother. We don't know. I don't even know who they are. No one got arrested for that scene, and you literally showed who did that. That's police. So they didn't do that skit, bro. What are you talking about? Only looks like you saying it. All right. They're saying free the scorers. People said, nah, bro, the score's told. All right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. That's crazy. They're saying, is that Pops at the last pick? I was in a county with bro, but it was his first time in SBC. So there's a lot going on. All right. People are saying that this post is federal. All right. This poster sounds familiar. This is probably how Wack and Flocko know all your business. Bring it to No Jump at SMH. It's safe to say California dudes as slow as F. Saying not Darby and Frosty. All right. So do I want to I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. There's some lyrics. There's some lyrics from certain people that some people think might be kind of. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it. So basically, okay, following that beatdown of the Rolling 60s members that we saw earlier in the video, okay, the Rolling 60s would then apparently go up in Inglewood Family's hood looking for Get Back, and they would run up in, I believe, this is like a store, and then I think they ran up into the Inglewood swap meet, and this was kind of crazy, and to be fair, there's quite a lot of slurs said in this video, so I'm probably gonna have to, I don't know how I can censor this, or I'm probably gonna have to trim some stuff out of this. I don't know how this is going to work, but they say some pretty crazy offensive stuff in this. They use the F slur to refer to people from Inglewood, which I didn't know that was a thing, right? They basically run up in the store. They say some pretty offensive stuff, and they reference the people that got killed. They asked the store clerk for some Darby Woods in reference to the blood that got killed in that incident, baby Darby. They also asked for some Indian Blues, which is this Indian Red Boy, another Inglewood Family Gangster Blood member that was killed in July 2021 on a kind of different sort of separate situation. He was actually killed. He was live on IG Live, and obviously he had a lot of issues with Draco the Ruler. Draco rapped, since they love Instagram so much, they're gonna die on it. He made fun of this guy a lot. He died on July the 8th, 2021. And basically people don't know how it happened or who was responsible. There's many theories. People say it's some of the craziest shit they've ever seen. It's a horrible video. Okay, I won't show it to you. So I remember seeing the video. He was shot in the lungs. He couldn't say anything. Then he died. The look of horror on his face knowing it was over was crazy. It is just horrible. They're saying, wasn't he shot in the face or was it all in the body? Said he had to have got hit in his lung or somewhere in his respiratory system because he was choking on his own blood, gasping for air. He couldn't even get out his last sentence. It was really sad. People say they never forget the IG. It was horrible. It was honestly, it's just horrible. It was horrible. I think maybe that was the video. I ain't gonna get into all that. But anyway, this is what went down yesterday, and this is pretty crazy.
Hey, is there a dead for sale in here? Y'all got some Darby Woods in here? What? Y'all got some Darby Woods? You ain't got no Darby Woods? On 6-0, you ain't got no Indian blues in here? 6-0. They homies, they know they ain't got no Darby in here. They ain't got no Darby in here. Ain't no Darby in here. There ain't no Darby in here. Dead homies, nigga. The fuck? SC Crip, nigga. There ain't no Darby in here, nigga. 6-0, nigga. No Darby in here, nigga. Dead homies, nigga. Say guard nation, let them niggas know we guard, okay? Nigga, fuck it, nigga. Fuck it, nigga. Fuck it. Nigga say fuck it. Fuck it. Get him, nigga. He said fuck it, nigga. On Hood Crip, nigga. He said fuck, nigga. Neighborhood Crip, 60th Street. We out here, broad daylight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, in the day, 6-0, so what? It don't matter, nigga. On Hood. Today's gonna be a marvelous day. Ass. Nigga, Inglewood God, nigga. We up here, nigga. This our shit, nigga. Tiny Papa on Hood, Tiny Papa on 6-0. On the dead homies, nigga. On the dead homies, nigga. 60th Street, nigga. Ass on Hood. On 6-0, this our shit, nigga. This our shit, little nigga. On 6-0, this our shit, little nigga. Dead homies, nigga. Okay. A lot of fuck them dudes. 6-0. Y'all know where this at. On rolling. We know about all the spots, nigga. This our shit, nigga.
It's crazy. Okay, it's they're doing a lot. All right. Store clerk, like, here we go again. People can't believe it. Okay. It's crazy. People saying, how come they didn't go to Derby Park? So they went there first, go on Honest Media IG. They hit Derby, swap meet, and then the liquor store. If you're really looking for that smoke, you're supposed to post up, relax, and grab a chair. Saying they don't want to die. Or I said, relax, just hang out all day. If they don't show up in 20 hours, just spend the night. Maybe tomorrow they'll show up. But if you really want smoke, just stay there till they have to go there. Okay, people saying they're leaving a trail. Imagine just trying to run on honest business and feed your family. You got to deal with this shit every day. They're saying should have picked a better spot. You already know what time it is. That's a fact, right? Why not just go up to Derby? They're saying they didn't have a death wish. They pushed all their shit where they're supposed to be at, but they didn't go to Derby. They're saying yes, they did. We might have to find out. We might have to find out if they went to Derby. So they made a stop at the swap meet on a day that a World Cup game is going on, and the police is out hot too. All right. This is the thing. All of this going on while the World Cup's going on, bro. Everybody's going to jail. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I think everybody's getting scooped up. Everybody's getting scooped up and going to jail. Like, guys, I'm not trying to get involved in your gang business, but like, if you're not careful, everybody will be going to prison. So I've just popped up onto Honest Media's page as that comment suggested. I'm not seeing any clips of them at the park. I did see them on the story. There was a little bit more than what we saw. They said they was going to No Jumper. That's all they said.
Let them niggas know we guard.
We seen that. We seen this.
We on our way, nigga. No Jumper, nigga. Go beat up Munchie right now. 6-0, we couldn't see you, nigga. So, nigga, on Hood, he can't, nigga. On Hood, nigga.
We couldn't see you, nigga.
Don't lock the door. Don't lock the door.
So they're saying they're going to pull up on Munchie at No Jumper. Munchie left No Jumper a few weeks ago, so I don't know how that's going to work. But look, I would say anybody involved in this situation, man, I would say calm. Right now, it's the World Cup, man. They're going to be throwing all kinds of years and all big numbers at everybody to get you guys off the streets. The FIFA, all right? The biggest gang out here is FIFA, all right? The World Cup, SoFi. But these guys are not playing around. They're not playing around about their billions, okay? The fact that this is going on while the World Cup's going on is absolute insanity, okay? I pray that the violence stops. I pray that everybody involved in this situation can, you know, find a positive resolution. I don't know how realistic that is. But yeah, this really ain't the time. Like this the hottest time you could possibly be doing this kind of activity. So I would proceed everybody I would advise everybody to proceed with caution. But that's it for now, okay? No disrespect meant to anybody involved. I'm just reporting on what's going on out here. But yeah, it's pretty bad right now in these streets. So stay safe, everybody, especially if you're in LA. I'm out.